Welcome to this meditation, which will be around the practice of gratitude. Sitting comfortably in a chair. If you want to, you can sit cross-legged on the floor if that's comfortable for you. Always good to have a dog around as well. And have your feet flat on the ground if you're on a chair, and back as straight as possible. So this chair is particularly good because there's no slumping back. So we're keeping the spine vertical, which allows the wakeful aspect, the attention, to balance with the relaxation. Feel the feet on the ground, notice the sounds you can hear around you. So arrive on the chair, arrive in the moment. So hand position can be on the knee, can be on the lap. You can have a mudra if you have a favorite mudra you like to practice with. Different hand positions, different effects. That's another story. Have the back of the neck long. So one of the most important postural aspects is the length of the neck. So we're not doing something like this. We feel like we're very much allowing the neck to lengthen naturally, feeling of uprightness from the base of the spine to the very crown of the head. So we're going to do a meditation on gratitude. This is very powerful, and it's also got a lot of scientific background as well. So a lot of research on how gratitude can improve well-being. So I break this down into a quite a structured practice, quite helpful to have the meditation a bit more bite-size rather than just saying just be grateful for something. So I'll lead you through it in a bit more detail. But first let's arrive in the chair, feel the body giving its weight to the chair. Feel the chair giving its weight to the ground. Feel the face relax, feel the neck relax, feel the shoulders dropping. Feel the breath sinking into the belly. Smile. With smiling, it doesn't need to be sincere, just do it anyway, see how it feels. Be a bit fake if you want to. As we start to slow down, aware that the breath can change, become smoother, slower, silkier, deeper. But ensure that the breath is not forced, so don't do this kind of forced breathing. So the breath should be entirely natural. We should allow the breath to respond to our state, respond to the increasing sense of relaxation, and the body can respond to the changes in the breath. So it's a two-way process. Sounds arise, let them come, let them go. Thoughts arise, not kicking the thoughts out of the head, not getting into fights with just accepting whatever's arising, accepting whatever thoughts you have, whatever emotions as well. Not necessary to force anything. So we need to make just enough effort to bring the mind into this state of focus. Many kinds of meditation. Meditation where we just sit, meditation where we focus on a sound, focus on a picture, focus on the breath. And then meditations when we have more imagery in the mind, or more structured thinking processes. So our meditation can be form-based or formless. Today, very much around contemplating those aspects of our life for which we feel a sense of gratitude. So allowing the breathing to soften, to smooth, to drop, to lengthen. Feel as though you're breathing with the whole body, breathing through the belly, through the chest, through the diaphragm, through the nostrils. So begin to contemplate the idea of gratitude. So we're going to break this down into different categories. Makes it a lot easier, allows the mind to more effortlessly glide amongst the ideas, amongst the aspects of gratitude in our lives. So no hurry. First, staying with something quite material, with our possessions, what we own, or what we have access to. So allow feelings of gratitude around what you have, material possessions. Thinking of lists arising. It doesn't have to be expensive things even. Maybe some sentimental or some object which is very meaningful to you. So as you go through a list of what you feel gratitude for, make this quite natural or quite effortless rather than ticking a list off. So it should be more a kind of playful, just letting images come into your head, also a very nice idea. Just picturing all those things for which you feel gratitude. Always good to allow quite a bit of time for this. Feels like you dried up and then suddenly something else pops into you. It could be something really small. I'm grateful for that saucepan. I do a lot of my cooking in it, which I've had for years. That sort of thing, very small things even. So now I'd like you to think about your qualities, your skills, your talents, your virtues. This can be quite difficult sometimes. So if I ask your best friend, what are you good at? What's good about you? These are qualities that you may have sort of been born with, or else perhaps you've had to work quite hard, or both. So go through what you feel grateful for in terms of your skills, talents, strengths of character. Also being aware of the yes but. Yes, I'm very patient yet, but sometimes that happens. So don't worry about that too much. You can have the caveats if you want to, but just have the focus more on the gratitude. even if there's a bit of you that's saying, yeah, I'm not sure about that. So don't worry about the inner critic. Just enjoy perhaps blowing your own trumpet. And keep breathing as you do this. Every time you do this, you may think of something different, so you can repeat this exercise many times, and sometimes something different comes up. Next, I would like you to appreciate and express gratitude for the people in your life, whether they are around now, whether they've been in your past, despite all their thoughts and failings. Expressing gratitude for the people in your life, people who've been an inspiration, who provided teaching, guidance, family, friends, teachers. Again, we're not implying perfection in that person, in those people, just a sense of gratitude for having them in your life. Be aware of any feelings that come up with this, like maybe sorrow, that person no longer with us. Maybe a feeling of ambivalence, that person was inspiring but they had their failings and faults. So allow the ambiguity, allow the ambivalence to be there. But stay with the gratitude as the primary focus. We can also think of people we don't know personally, but perhaps a inspirational figure from history, from current affairs, somebody you feel grateful for. You may have read a book, seen a video of theirs, maybe seen them at a conference or a talk, but don't know them personally. So again, gratitude for an inspirational character. Keep breathing. Stay with the present moment. Allow your thoughts to become expansive. Allow the mind to become clear and spacious. Now, gratitude for how events took place. It could have been a chance encounter. It may have been something happened that led to a particular outcome. Perhaps you met somebody really important just by chance. Gratitude for actions, gratitude for events. And then just really anything else that comes to mind that I haven't mentioned that doesn't necessarily fit into a category. We might consider how our options were very limited when we had the COVID pandemic, how our lives were very limited. So a feeling of not taking anything for granted. Doesn't matter if you repeat the same feeling of gratitude. This can also be done as a written exercise without so much of a formal meditation practice. So we can do this at the end of the day, just writing down everything that you feel grateful for during that day. I'd like to express gratitude to Sydney the dog, sitting beside me very quietly. Sydney is a Buddhist who used to guard the monasteries in Tibet. Not him exactly, but his foremothers and forefathers. If I haven't mentioned animals in my gratitude list, always a good time to, last but not least, to mention the animal kingdom, the natural world. And quite useful at the end of this just to really sit quiet without too much mental activity, just a quiet couple of minutes before we finish. Just feeling our attention going back more explicitly to the breathing. Just let your awareness stay with the sensations in the body, the sounds that might be coming into your awareness, the thoughts. Excellent. So allow your eyes to open quite slowly, just come back. Could have a bit of a stretch. Again, with meditation, we want some kind of aspect of the practice to go with us into the rest of our day, the rest of our week. So meditation shouldn't be just in a box. It should be something that informs our everyday life and hopefully our interactions with others. So we think of meditation as not just about ourselves, but about benefiting the world through whatever process that happens. So we meditate not just for ourselves, but for the good of humanity. Thank you very much.